Hello, welcome to today's webinar. My name's Matt Morgan.
And I'm Lisa Lockhart.
And we are travel specialists based in the same office just outside Birmingham. Can you believe between us we have 40 years travel experience, and we can promise no one will care more about your travel plans than we do. Very excited today because we are joined by Shane Riley from Virgin Voyages. Hello, Shane.
Hello, ahoy, how you doing?
Hi, Shane.
We're really good, thanks. We couldn't get...
Stuff like your 40 years experience between the two of you. You look like you're just fresh out of school.
Well, it's 5 years from me and 35 from Lisa. Jokes. Well, we couldn't get Sir Richard Branson, but I think we've got the next best thing, haven't we?
Well, that's a big step up, isn't it?
Sorry to big you up. I'm really excited about today. As you both know, I cruise a lot for my own holidays, and I can't wait to experience this product. In February, I was lucky to get on Scarlet Lady on her launch in Liverpool, and it was just absolutely unbelievable. So, yeah, very excited for what you're about to show us, Shane. So whenever you're ready.
Good, thank you.
Over to you.
Thanks both for having me. It's great to be with you. So I'm just going to share my screen. So we've got some nice, gorgeous visuals to bring people along the ride. So hopefully you guys can see this too.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good. So thanks again for having me. It's a great opportunity to be able to share with your customers, previous customers and new customers as well. So we have been working on this project for the past 7 years or so. So it's been a big amount of work gone into Virgin Voyages. And really we've been working to identify the amazing things about cruising and about taking a holiday at sea, and looking at how we can put our Virgin spin on that. So a very quick recap. So for people who may have been under a rock and not seen anything about Virgin Voyages before, I thought I'd just give a very quick summary about who we are and kind of the number of sailors that we carry. And so we like to say that our ships are the Goldilocks ships of the ocean because they're not too big, they're not too small, and they're just about right. So our sailors, we carry 2,700 sailors on a full capacity. Obviously, given the COVID situation, we will be running at a limited capacity, so you can expect the ship to be more around 60% of that number as we get going. We have 20 plus restaurants and eateries included on board. So all of them have been designed and operated by some of the world's best names in the restaurant world. Many of them are Michelin star chefs that have created some of our pioneering restaurants, which we'll come on to talk about in a little bit more detail as well. We are also an adults only experience. So being an adult by design is actually one of the key selling points for us. The fact that you can take a holiday or vacation with Virgin Voyages and know that it's consistent regardless of the time of year that you're traveling. So if you want to experience the best of the Med in peak season in the summer months, but don't want to be traveling with other people's children, then it means we can offer that amazing experience for your customers. And then onto the next part, we do offer a wide range of itineraries. So we offer sailings round trip from Miami, and we do also offer sailings round trip from Barcelona. So if you're looking to head to the Caribbean, then we can offer your sailors the opportunity to sail out of Miami, or for a little bit closer to home, we offer 7-night round trip itineraries out of Barcelona. And then top secret information in early next year, so early in 2021, you may be watching this video now, then we'll be revealing our itineraries for Ship 3 as well, which is very exciting. So we've gone from no ships to 3 ships in the blink of an eye. And we have 50 public spaces. So we've designed our ships to be much more like a boutique, glamorous hotel rather than a traditional cruise ship. So we don't have huge cavernous spaces and we don't have huge dining halls that seat 1,000 people. Instead, we have loads of different restaurant choices and 50 different venues that our sailors can choose from. So it really does feel like a diverse city block than really a traditional cruise ship type experience. And most of our accommodation does have balconies or views of the ocean. So 93% of our accommodation are ocean facing. So we want our sailors to celebrate the fact that they are on the ocean and making sure that they've got that incredible view of the sea, right? So if you've got a balcony cabin, then you do also have your own hammock, as you can see there. So that is also a really key feature to be able to explore the ocean. So I thought it'd be useful, Matt and Lisa, to explain a little bit about why why our customers have booked with us so far. So we have been on sale for 2 years now. So obviously COVID has delayed us a little bit, but the future is still red hot. And these are the reasons why our sailors have chosen to book with us. So being adult only is definitely the main reason. People have chosen us because we offer that consistent experience. Doesn't matter whether you're traveling school holidays or not, but by not having children on board, it means we can automatically offer that elevated experience. Number two is the fact that we're the Virgin brand. So as much as Virgin Voyages is a new product, Virgin has been around for 50 years and has 50 years experience of really challenging the status quo. And Virgin really has made its name by entering into industries and redefining them and challenging the norms of what happens in the cruise industry. So we've really spent our time really analysing what we can do from that perspective. So things like, on your last night of your holiday, we want you to be able to enjoy your last night without having to worry about being thrown off the ship at an ungodly hour. So we allow our sailors to disembark the ship up until lunchtime on the last day of their holiday. So we've redefined that entire experience to mean that you can really maximise every minute on board and maybe have a spot of brunch before you disembark and kind of overcome those traditional feelings of, okay, your holiday ends really the night before you disembark because you can now get thrown off the ship at some unruly hour. We'll come and talk about value, but relaxed luxury. We don't have particular dress codes and formalities. So yes, we do have standards in terms of no swimwear in restaurants, but we won't tell you to wear a dicky bow and black tie on certain days. Instead, we want our sailors, as we call them, to have the best experience and be their best selves. And we don't think people need to be told what to wear and when to wear it. So for us, it's all about that relaxed luxury. And if you want to dance on the tables, then so be it. You're there to have a great time.
You've rewritten, haven't you, like the rules of cruise almost?
Yeah, we've taken the best of cruising. So the best thing about cruising is the fact that you get to experience amazing destinations and you've got an amazing boutique hotel that moves with you. So you only have to unpack one. So there's some amazing benefits. But what we wanted to do is look at how people live on land. So I don't know anybody who's gone to the best cities in the world and said, I wonder if I can find a restaurant that seats 1,000 people. And I don't know anybody who takes another holiday type that says, actually, I'm going to take this holiday, but I know on a Tuesday and a Thursday, they're going to make me wear a black tie. And for some people, they want that, but for many people, they don't. So we've created the experience of people that want the best that cruising has to offer, but they really want that Virgin spin on. Yeah. And as I say, we've had 50 years of ability of being able to do that. So whilst we're new, for us, it's all about really challenging the status quo. One of the other things that we challenged, and we already have seen this have a positive impact on the rest of the industry, is we include more as standard. So what our sailors weren't looking for is they didn't want a low leading price and then find out they get on board the ship and loads of things are extra. So we really worked with our customers through research to establish what they really expected from a Virgin experience. And they told us they wanted all the restaurants included. They didn't want to have to pay $50 here, $50 there for different restaurants. They wanted them all included. They wanted Wi-Fi included. They wanted their soft drinks, the group fitness classes, the tips and gratuities. They just wanted it included. They didn't want to have to mess about with worrying about what they need to tip to somebody and worrying about gratuity charges. That was really important to them. They also said to us, maybe surprising to some people, that they weren't looking for an all-inclusive proposition. What they were looking for are high-quality drinks at reasonable bar pricing. So that's what we based it on. But we also offer a prepaid bar tab. So if somebody did want the flexibility of having the reasonable bar prices that we talk about, as well as having something prepaid up front, then they can do that by taking our bar tab. And for every $300 of bar tab they buy, we give them an extra $50. So they get some extra money to spend on their drinks on board. So that's almost kind of best of both worlds. We've purposely created ships that were more designed to look and feel like a yacht. I mean, you've been on board, Mike, you'll see that she's very different to any of the other ships you've experienced before, because we really took our inspiration from mega yachts rather than traditional cruise ship design. So that really kind of emphasizes the quality of the experience on board. And then when it comes to destinations, typically cruise ships dock in at 9 a.m. roughly, and they'll leave at 4 p.m. And that means you often miss out on the best of those destinations. So for us, we've looked at how we can re-engineer our destinations and our ports of call so that we can stay late or stay overnight. So on all of our Mediterranean itineraries, for example, we arrive into Ibiza at 6 p.m. You actually spend all night in Ibiza and then all of the next day right through to 6 p.m. the next day. So you get to spend an evening, an overnight, and all of the next day in Ibiza, which gives you a really good chance to experience the destinations. We do the same in Monte Carlo. We arrive mid-morning, you then have all day, we'll overnight, and we'll leave mid-afternoon the next day. So again, you're getting to experience the best of the both worlds when it comes to the destinations that we go to. Adult by design, I've gone on about that quite a lot, but it is 18 plus. So all of our experiences that you do require to be 18 plus. We like to say no kids, no kidding. But it does mean that we do also carry multi-generational families. So it just means that those kids are now adults and they're not perhaps looking for the cruise ship experience that they were looking for when the kids were younger. So now the kids are grown up, they're looking for a more of an elevated grown-up type experience is what we offer. And then we also look to re-engineer what cruise ship entertainment was like. Now, typically people think of cruise ship entertainment of perhaps those people that have not made it in the real world, and they're perhaps on a cruise ship because they weren't quite good enough. So from our perspective, we want to really engineer that and say, how can we create entertainment that is completely unexpected? So we like to say unexpected the expected. So you're not going to see a watered down Broadway production. You're not going to see a traditional musical type experience that you would perhaps used to seeing on cruise ships. Instead, we redesigned the entire theatre to be the first transformational theatre at sea. So it has different modes that you can have in the theatre. You can have it in traditional theatre mode, you can have it with no seats, you can have it with the audience on both sides and the entertainment taking place in the middle, which is actually the image you can see there. And we're not an entertainment company, so we don't create these production shows. Instead, we've worked and partnered with some of the best known names in the entertainment field to be able to create unique entertainment that we expect to come from the ship to land, not the other way around, because it is like something you've never seen before.
The show, I've got to be honest, I think that show there, the image you can see is the one that we saw in Liverpool, Shane, and I didn't know what to expect, but it was just absolutely unbelievable. It really was. I spent most of it with my mouth open, like.
I was on the second row, and it makes you really think. And not to give too much away, but you do really feel part of the action, because when the theatre is in that mode, you are never more than 9 rows away from the front. So you really are in the heart of the action. And the entertainment is taking place between the audience. So when you enter into the theatre for this particular show, the story is roughly based on Romeo and Juliet. So you become a Capulet or a Montague. And by going to your both sides, you end up cheering on your side, don't you, Matt? So you kind of end up being part of the action unknowingly. So it's a really new way of telling a story that we all know. So that's what we try and do. We look at the things that people know and love, and how do we Virginize it and put a little spin on it to create something that people would have never experienced before. And then one of the main reasons why people choose cruising is probably because of the food, right? We all love to get on board because cruise ship food is incredible. But from our perspective, we wanted again to take that one step further. We weren't interested in doing pre-plated dinners in a restaurant that seats 1,000 people. So we purposely created 20 different venues on board where you can get fresh made food made from scratch. We don't have a buffet, which again, in a post-COVID world, is particularly advantageous for us. But instead of having a buffet, we have venues where you can go and order food made fresh from scratch just for you. We have many venues that are quick bites, so you can get something nice and quick, or we have some incredible restaurants which I've handpicked to show you now. So Razzle Dazzle is our vegetarian restaurant. It gives you an opportunity to have naughty and nice though. So we have a naughty side of the menu and we have a nice side, which is more plant-based, and the naughty side is more gluttonous treats and meat bites that you might want to treat yourself to. We also have Extra Virgin, which is our Italian trattoria. So this is where you can get some incredibly fresh-made pizza and Italian dishes with homemade pasta. We've got a test kitchen. Now, test kitchen is a really different concept where the menu just tells you an ingredient and you don't really know what you're going to get. You are handing over your taste buds to the chefs in the test kitchen, and it really is theatrical. It comes out with this cup on top and they lift it up and you've got the smoke presenting each dish to you. So it really is a theatrical type experience. We've got Gumbay, which again is a first at sea. And this is our barbecue, our Korean barbecue restaurant. So you actually grill the meat yourself in the middle of your table, or in fact, if like me, you want to hand it over to the waiters, they'll take care of everything for you, and it's grilled in a barbecue right in the middle of your table. We've got the Wake, which is, I would say, probably our most sophisticated restaurant, which is steak and seafood, which overlooks the wake of the ship, hence the name. And then we've got Pink Agave, which is our Mexican restaurant, which offers Mexican street food cuisine. So these are just some of the examples. You can go from one night from having Korean barbecue to having a Mexican food, to going to a test kitchen and having your taste buds handed over to the chef, having incredible steak overlooking the wake of the ship. Or you can go and challenge yourself to the Impossible Burger, which is a plant-based burger, which you would never think is a plant-based burger over at Razzle Dazzle. And all of these things are included. And I think that's one of the biggest things that people are shocked by, is every single one of our restaurants are included, because to the standard of the food that we offer, people would be expected to pay extra normally on a cruise experience. So to have them included is a huge selling point.
Completely agree. Can I just I have to pop in here, because we ate at Pink Agave, and the service and the food was absolutely fantastic, and exactly like you've just said, you would absolutely expect to pay extra for that. And even the design of the restaurant, it was just unbelievable. Really good.
We wanted it to feel like the ship is like you've visited the best destination in the world, and the best city in the world. So just like any best city in the world, some nights you may want more casual bites, so we've got opportunities for that. Other nights you may want to go for steak and seafood. You may want to try something in Razzle Dazzle, because that's something you've never would have tried before, and you certainly might just think, well, I wouldn't have paid for it, but let's give it a go. And like me, I'm a meat lover, but I went to that restaurant and it blew me away, and I actually think it's probably my favorite restaurant on board now. So it's all about giving our sailors choice. Every night will feel different, because you will be dining in a completely different location, with a completely different menu, with expertise of the servers that are dedicated to that space. Each of our restaurants has its own kitchen and wait team and waiter staff. So it does feel like you've really in a completely different venue every single night, which is brilliant. And I think it's one of the real key messages for us. And then I know we're running out of time, so I thought I'd just give you some idea about health and well-being on board as well. So we want our sailors to have the opportunity to be able to really take care of themselves whilst they are on board. So yes, we throw amazing parties, we've got incredible food. We want our sailors to be able to relax and unwind as well. So we have the Redemption Spa. It's already a double award-winning spa, even though we haven't actually set sail yet. She's won awards for the incredible spa that we offer, because it is designed to be much more like a mermaid's cave. And she has some beautiful windows that you can look out to the ocean. And then we've also, in the Redemption Spa, it does come alive in the nighttime. So in the nighttime, it becomes a sound cave for some of our DJs to be able to play some really relaxed tunes for you to be able to chill out. We've got the B complex, and we've got our outdoor training camp. So if, like me, you're not somebody to want to go and hit the gym necessarily, but you might want to go and have a little go at the outdoor boxing ring or to the outdoor adult playground. So just because we say no kids on board, it doesn't mean we don't allow the inner child. So we do actually have an arcade, loads of arcade machines on board. We have the outdoor adult-sized playground. So it is all about just being able to relax and enjoy yourselves. And then we have the athletic club and the aqua club, which is our pool surrounded by incredible day beds, which again designed to be much more like going to the best rooftop pools in Vegas, the Hamptons, and other amazing destinations throughout the world. So best of both worlds for you to be able to relax. And here's just a bit more information about the entertainment. There's a better image of the show we were describing earlier. We also have, we like the serendipitous approach that every sailor or passenger will have a different experience, because we have a lot of pop-up entertainment as well. So entertainment that will just pop up throughout the ship, and you have to be there in the moment for that to happen. And that's a lot throughout the ship as well. And then we also have our private karaoke booths, because we just think a night without karaoke isn't really complete. So we'd like our sailors to have the opportunity to kind of sing their hearts out. And it also means that those people that don't like karaoke don't have to listen to someone like me bashing out their favourite tune. So private karaoke booths with press a button for a drink is always well done. And then finally, I thought I'd just give you a bit of a summary of our cabins and our quarters, which are our suites. So the majority of our accommodation is in the sea terrace area, which is the balconies, essentially. We call them the sea terrace. And the sea terrace is really unique because the cabin itself transforms. The cabin has a day mode where you can have the bed into a lounger if you like, or it has a night mode where it's transformed into a bed. Now, it is a patterns of design called the seabed, and the key thing to remember is it's a bed that becomes a sofa, not a sofa that becomes a bed. So it was designed with the main purpose of being a really, really comfortable bed. But it gives our sailors the option to have a living room by day and having to really utilize the cabin space, and then coming back to their cabin and really being able to have an amazing bedroom waiting for them when they return. Sailors can have it in any mode they want. So if they want in bed mode the entire time, they can do that. Or if they happen to have had a fallout with their loved one, they can have in sofa mode the entire time if they need to as well. But each of our balconies has an amazing hammock area on the balcony where you can see there, you can sit back and relax and watch the world go by. And then we do have some amazing suites as well. So if those people are looking to indulge in something a little bit more, then they can really take advantage of our Tom Dixon designed suites. And if you were to choose the Mega Rockstar suites, they do actually have unlimited access to the spa area that I talked about. They do have unlimited bar, a daily bar tab. So essentially it's all inclusive, have all of their drinks included. And you will get to sleep in one of the cabins that Sir Richard Branson stayed on board recently as well. So you may get a chance to sleep in the same bed as Richard. Who knows if you take the massive suite. But Matt and Lisa, I know you guys have a lot more knowledge about this as well, so you'll be able to share with your customers to help them identify which cabin type is right for them. But certainly the Sea Terrace is a great option. But if you are looking to indulge a little bit more, then our Rockstar and Mega Rockstar quarters are the creme de la creme when it comes to accommodation at sea.
Great.
That just about sums up everything I've got to share with you. So I don't know if you guys have got any questions or anything you think I've missed that you think your customers would love to hear about.
Well, I just think that I really, really need to get on the ship. I know Matt's been on it, and I remember when he came back off the ship, he was just full of it and saying how amazing it all was. And I mean, I just desperately want to get on it myself. And I think after watching this presentation, our clients, me and Matt, are going to be inundated with requests to get people on your ship. It looks amazing.
Good, thank you. Yeah, there's been lots of opportunities, and as I say, we'll even be revealing ship 3 soon. So there'll be 3 ships to choose from. So even more choice.
I saw yesterday that you've cut the steel on ship 4. Is it?
We have, yeah. We've already cut steel on ship 4, and we're already making good progress with our terminal. So we're building a dedicated terminal for Virgin Voyages in Miami. So when you actually fly into Miami, one of the first things you'll see is a dedicated building just for Virgin Voyages, which is a very unique design. So all of our ships, when that's finished, all of our ships, when they sail from Miami, will leave from our dedicated terminal. So as you can imagine, we are re-engineering what it means to head through a cruise terminal, which normally isn't an amazing experience, but we're really going to virginize that as well. So the minute you step out of your Uber or your taxi or whatever it might be, that's when your holiday begins.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. I think there's so many things there that you've informed us about that, you know, you're definitely virginizing the cruise industry and shaking it up and making lots of unique things. I love the overnight stays as well, and the late departures. I think that is something that people are really, really going to love doing as well.
Yeah, we purposely designed the ship, so we didn't make the ship too large so the ship couldn't get into these ports of call, which is one of the challenges that you have with these bigger and bigger ships. But what we wanted to do is make sure that, you know, cruising is about going and exploring new lands and going to these amazing destinations. It's not about keeping people on a ship. Like, the ship is beautiful and amazing, but the ships are a vessel to be able to really open your eyes to all the incredible destinations and things that we have to offer on land as well. So for us, it's about as much as about the destination as it is about how we're going to get there. We will get you there in complete Virgin style, but we really want you to make the most of the destinations as well, which is really bucking the trend.
Absolutely.
Of the industry.
Having an overnight in Monte Carlo, you know, in a cruise itinerary is really unique, isn't it? And Ibiza as well, having a night out in Ibiza, who doesn't want to do that? Yeah,
exactly. And the great thing about Ibiza is it's got so much choice, right? So you can go for a wild night out if you want to. You can go and watch the sunset in a beautiful beach bar if you wanted to. The next day you can head to Formentera. We've actually got a unique excursion where you can go to a dedicated beach club in Formentera. So you can really get the best of both worlds of the chill, the relaxation. If you want to let your hair down, you really can. So yes, we throw amazing parties, but we really want our sailors to have the opportunity to re-energize themselves. We like to think of the detox-retox mentality. So it's all great to have a bit of detox, but it's also great to retox and have an amazing party as well. So it's yin and yang and having the best of both.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay, well, thanks so much, Jane, for joining us. Really appreciate it. And thanks everybody for watching our video. We have got other videos on our YouTube channel as well. So if you haven't already looked at those, please check them out. It's Matt and Lisa at Travel Counsellors. And as Matt mentioned at the start of the video, we are travel specialists. We share an office together just outside Birmingham. And you won't get anybody else that will look after your holiday arrangements as well as Matt and I will. We really do want you to have the most amazing holidays, and we go above and beyond to make sure that happens to you. So thanks everyone for watching. See you
Thanks,
soon.
Shane.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Jane. Take
Bye.
care.